So you've decided to retire, or maybe you're right on the verge of thinking about it. Of course, some people say the world's in chaos, so you pretty much picked a perfect time. But in reality, does it matter? Let's talk about that. Welcome back. I'm John Close, JC to my friends, and let's talk a little bit more about retirement because I'm there with you. We're both looking at this, whether you've already retired, just got into it, or are just right on the verge of deciding what to do. First of all, some people think these are pretty chaotic times. Could be. If you're inundated by the news, you may think so. But to be honest, chaotic times have been around forever. Forever. It really doesn't matter when. In fact, now that I think about it, if you decide to retire now, it's sort of brilliant. It's sort of like getting off the hamster wheel before it catches fire. Now, you don't have to run off to Tahiti with your umbrella drink and do that right away. If you're a little nervous, just settle into it. Just settle into it. But before I go any further, I want to tell you, first of all, I'm not a CPA. I don't have an MBA. But I do use AAA, and I have quite a bit through my life. But yeah, that's come in really handy for both myself and my kids. But what I am is, I guess I would call it an SCLL, a self-certified life learner. And I've lived a lot by going on what I've learned from my parents, from teachers, from fellow workers, I've picked up a lot of stuff from a lot of different places. And I feel I know what I'm talking about. I'm in this position to retire, and you may be too, because of that same reason. And look, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to do this. It can be a lot simpler than you think. But a big part of it for us right now is to turn off the noise. Turn off the noise of what's going on around you. And there's some simple things, and I'll always say this, that we all have to do first. And let's talk about those. But again, don't let the chaotic times, if you consider these now don't let that stop you. Don't let that scare you. We can get there. Okay, so here we are. You've just retired or you're just on the verge of it. And I'm sure many of you have already done this if you're already into it. But it certainly can't help to continue. And that is the dreaded P word, planning. That's right, planning. It's going to help you. Actually, it's the driving force. And I got to tell you, it is really much simpler than you think. I know that my wife and I downloaded a free expense sheet off the internet, and you go through and check boxes, and it's really pretty easy. And what it does psychologically, it lets you relax because hey, I can do this. I can afford, to go camping a couple of more times, or go fishing, or rent an RV. I can afford to do that. It's psychologically really, really helpful. I mean, yes, it does. It's the brass tacks of what you have, absolutely. But you'll be really surprised at how much you relax, and you can relax into it, irrelevant of what's going on in the world. Irrelevant of what's going on in the world. And the deal is, you find out how much money you have, it sort of tells you what you can do. If you want to play golf every day of the week, and you look at your budget and say, well, I probably can't do that, but I can go 3 days a week, or 4 days a week. That's the kind of stuff you'll find out, so you'll say, hey, this is great. I know I can afford to do this. Or I can't afford to go out and eat steak every night, but I can a couple of nights. So you discuss that with your, if you have a spouse or somebody you're with, you discuss that, and it really, really helps immensely in settling the strife that you can overthink. And I'm an overthinker quite often. It can really settle you down. But you got to make sure while you're doing this, you step away from the noise. You step away from the noise. Do this. Don't do this after you've had this long discussion about how the world's imploding. Sit down. Look at the reality of it. The reality of it is quite often different than what you're thinking in your head. So planning, the big P word, is a big deal, and it's not sexy. It's not and again, it's not very complicated. But if it's something that can help you enjoy the rest of your life, is it worth it? I think so. Before we move on, one last thing about planning. Don't let your Uncle Ernie, who's all of a sudden become a crypto expert or a gold savant, explain to you what you should do with your money. Sure, get some advice. I always say the more things you have to go on, but just be aware of where you're getting your advice. Remember, retirement isn't quitting. We are both just starting on a new trail, and there's no deadline. You don't have to do things by a certain time. You don't have to get up in the morning. There's no Zoom calls. So sort of let the world be really loud, like we talked about, all the noise, but you just sort of groove in to your pocket. If anyone tells you that you're crazy for retiring now, hey, just stay in your jammies and read the sports page or look at what you like to read in the morning. You just do your thing. Plan just enough, worry a lot less. And don't forget, there's so much to enjoy in life, that go out and do it. That's what we have this for. It doesn't matter what it is you like to do. Find a way that you can do it, at least a little bit. Even if you haven't retired yet and you want to try it, take an extra week off, go do this stuff. Practice retirement. It's, how bad can that be, really? So don't worry. You haven't come this far, nor have I come this far, to be scared because of what other people are doing. Just plan a little bit, but go out and enjoy it. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. You plan, you can make it. We'll talk soon.